Hi guys, welcome to my first official YouTube makeup video. Sorry it's taken so long for me to upload this tonight. I had to get everything prepped. As you can see, I've got the lighting, I've got the right lighting now, which hopefully is perfect and it's not too blurry. I've got on my makeup, I've got everything set up, so apologies for that. You'll have to forgive the nerves. I mean, this is first time for me, so it's very ooh. But yes, firstly I'll start off by saying, obviously you'll all know my name's Kiva. I'm 20 years of age and I hope to work in the makeup and beauty industry. When I'm older I hope to have a career in that, just because I like doing makeup, and although I've no real experience of doing it, it's just something that I enjoy doing and I really want to progress in it. And I feel like I need a lot of subscribers and a lot of followers and support really to be able to do that. So yes, I've introduced myself. This is my first YouTube video, and I hope you enjoy it. It won't be too long, but again, it's just a natural everyday makeup look that some of you might be struggling to do makeup looks, so hopefully this will give you some maybe inspiration and maybe some reassurance that makeup isn't an easy thing to do, and what I've learned from doing it, it's actually quite difficult. But anyway, so without holding you back, so the first thing I've done is I've moisturised my face with simple moisturiser. The light might be too bright to see that. I don't want to blind you all at the same time. But it's simple moisturiser and it just comes in a little bottle like this, so you'll know by looking at it that it has the green top. It actually comes in all different sizes, but it's simple, purifying cleanser and basically moisturiser, and I just put it on my face every time before I do makeup, just so my skin's nice and soft and subtle before any makeup goes onto it. And I just do this just to let it dry for a couple of minutes, maybe a couple of seconds. It doesn't need an overly long amount of time. Just to let the moisturiser kind of settle in first. So you just do this maybe for about 20 seconds, just so your whole face can breathe. Okay, and the next thing I do is I have a sponge. Now I will admit it's not the cleanest sponge, but I did clean it before tonight's video, just so it wasn't dirty or anything. But I actually used to think that, and I suppose people do it differently, but some people actually like to just put foundation on their hands and rub it in until it's all blended. Other people prefer to use a brush, which I've also seen, which I've never actually done. So they would use the likes of maybe, you know, this type of brush, just like a natural makeup brush that you can actually buy these in Superdrug or any convenience store for makeup. And what some people do, and actually professional makeup artists do it as well, they just put like a sponge or a blob of foundation under their skin, and they just get the brush and they rub, and they just do that just until all the foundation's blended. I don't do any of them techniques. What I have done, I used to do in the hand and then blend it in. What I now do is I simply just put a squirt of foundation, whatever it is, on my hands a little bit, and I just put it, you know, in different areas of my face. So that's what I will do tonight, if I can find my foundation. Okay. And again, you don't want your makeup always being too dark. So the foundation that I'm using is called Face Finity, and it comes in a small little bottle like this, and it's all day flawless makeup, which means that it should stay on your skin for a relatively long period of time. It's also got Sun Protector Factor 20 in it, which is really good for protection for your skin. And it also is guaranteed to give you flawless coverage that is long lasting and feels right. So as you can see, I've put a little drop of foundation on my hand. It's not too much and it's not too little. I use my sponge and I just do this lightly, not heavily, and I just kind of dab little bits onto my skin, just so I can get that natural look before I kind of blend it in. And yes, it probably does look a bit stupid right now because it's just kind of patched all over my face, but again, that's what you want to go for. When you have all of the foundation on your skin, you just dab it in lightly, as you can see that I'm doing here. You don't rub it, you just dab it until it all, sometimes you have to actually rub it if you've put, you know, too much on your skin. But apart from that, it should be okay just to dab. As you can see, I'm going relatively fast, and that's just because it takes a while for foundation to blend into your skin. So it does, and sometimes if the foundation that you're using is too light for your skin, what you can actually do is you can mix it with different colours, different shades of foundation, sorry. So what you would do is you would maybe use like one shade of foundation, and then maybe you could use another one. So I have several foundations here just because my skin's naturally tan, so any makeup that I use will be naturally tan, you know, it will look quite dark, and I don't really want a really dark face. At the minute my face looks quite white, and that's not because of the makeup, it's just because of the light. I've quite a heavy light on right now, and again that's just to be professional, it's just so people can see exactly what I'm doing. And don't worry, it won't look too ridiculous at the end, I won't look as white, but I do admit I look a bit like a ghost right now. So as you can see, I'm still blended in the makeup, I'm still taking my time with it. The only reason I'm carefully rubbing it now is just to make sure all the foundation is rightly blended in, because what you don't want is lumps of foundation just sitting on your skin. You want to avoid that as much as possible and make sure that all of the foundation is nicely and carefully blended in. Like so. And again, I apologise if the light is too bright. But again, it was the best lighting I could get. Just so everyone again could see my face and exactly what I was doing, because I wouldn't like to think that people maybe could see my face and other people couldn't. So that is the foundation. I'll just show you again, that's the foundation that I've used. It's called Facefinity All Day Flawless. Now I will admit it is a bit light for my skin, so what I will now do is I will mix it with a little tiny blob of Rimmel Match foundation. Most of you probably know what this looks like, and most of you probably use this foundation. This is called Rimmel Match foundation, and again it's got Sun Protector Factor 20 in it just to protect your skin, but also it's really good coverage, and it's actually, it can be quite dark, but whenever you mix it with other colours it actually doesn't look as dark, which is good. So again, I'm just dabbing it in my skin, just making sure that it's all relatively dabbed in. And again, I apologise for the lighting in case it is too bright for some people, but I just want you all to kind of gauge what I'm doing to my face. I don't want you thinking that I'm just blobbing pints and pints of foundation on. And also, I'd just like to say, be careful about sometimes putting foundation on your eyelids. Sometimes, and not everybody's skin does this, but I know from sometimes using certain types of foundation, your skin can actually react badly to it, as in your eyes may water. I don't know if anyone has had this problem. Sometimes it doesn't even happen because of foundation, it can actually happen because of eyeshadows as well, certain eyeshadows that you're using. And sometimes what happens is your eyes just water as a reaction to the foundation. That normally means that you shouldn't use the foundation that you're using, just because what you don't want is your whole eyes watering. Okay, so this is the foundation on. Again, it does look very light, but again, I think it's just the light. So that's the foundation on. As you can see, I've just used a simple sponge. You can get these in Primark or any beauty and cosmetic store. So that's the foundation on. Again, these are the two foundations that I've used. Rimmel Match foundation and All Day Flawless Coverage Makeup foundation. So the next step is, some people probably say, well, the eyes are next. But actually, I always do my eyebrows first. And that is just because I like to have them in a good, relatively good position, you know. Sorry, I'm just checking something. Okay. Okay, so the next step, I'm actually not going to do the eyebrows, I'm actually just going to do the eyeshadow first. So this is a palette that my best friend bought me for my birthday. I actually never heard of this brand before, but it is really nice. It's just an eyeshadow palette, but it's called Tarte, I'm not sure where she got it, but I'll have to ask her. And it's basically got all different colours in it. So it's got, I don't know if you can see or not, it's actually got a really good mirror. Now the mirror's a bit dirty, sorry about that. But it's got all different colours, and it's actually got blushers and lip gloss as well. And I think it came with eyeliner, but I don't know where the eyeliner is. So because this is a natural look, it's nothing too big, you know, and there's a mirror attached to this as well, so I'm going to be using this mirror as well to do my eyes. So for a natural look, the colour that I normally use would be like a nude kind of colour. You also have to be careful about the brushes that you're using to do your makeup, because sometimes they aren't always the best brushes. So I'm just lightly, I know everybody does this different ways, and that's okay. So I'm just lightly, as you can see, applying my eyeshadow. Again, this won't be the best look, but it is a start. And it does look very, very white in this video, but again, that's just with the light. And then I'll move over to the second eye, and I'll just work, as you can see, I'm doing my crevices first. So that's just the top here, it's just this part. And I'm just working slowly on them, just so that I can get a nice complexion and I can apply the eyeshadow. Sometimes the best thing to do for eyeshadow, if you can't always get it right, is actually just use your finger, and it's this part of your finger, so it's your little, it's your, you know, this finger here. And sometimes the best thing to do is just to rub this small amount, and as you can see, it's on my hand, and you just do this just to apply to your eye. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, and you also do the same to the other eye. And you also have to be really careful about the brushes that you're using to do your eyes as well. And that's just because sometimes the brushes that people use, sometimes makeup artists do this as well, and it's no fault of their own, but sometimes makeup artists use brushes that sometimes cause reactions to people's skins. I know not every makeup artist does that, but that does happen, and I'm just encouraging you to be careful about the type of brushes that you use, and also to make sure that your brushes are always clean before you use them. That just means thoroughly washed in warm soapy water, just so they can get cleansed and everything before you use them. The next thing, I haven't really done the eyes yet, but I'm just going to move on to the blusher, just to let my eyes kind of breathe for a second before being shot at with eyeshadow. So this is just blusher. This is MAC blusher, so it's just on a wee palette like that, and it actually is quite pink. But again, it's quite a nice coverage as well, and you know, it's not too bright and it's not too dark. So again, I just rub in circles. Blusher is probably the easiest step of makeup. You know, it's not too difficult. And the reason I put blusher up here is just so I make sure that it's covering my whole cheekbone, and then I just lightly pat it like this. And if there is too much up here, which sometimes there can be, I just rub it down so it doesn't look as bad. And then I do the same on the other side. So I just rub it in just so it's blended, because you want to make sure that the blusher is matching your skin colour as well. And I think this is just so red just because of the quality of the lighting, so I'm just going to sit back just a wee bit. Okay, that's the blusher. The next step is the eyebrows. Now, the eyebrows, I will admit, are the hardest. And that is just because sometimes people don't always know the way to do them, I suppose. Now for my eyeshadow, or my eyebrows, sorry, I've been using Max Factor. Now these are kind of the same colours, but one's kind of light and the other's kind of darker. So I tend to use the dark one for eye looks, you know, for like really dark makeup. And then I would use this one for natural everyday makeup, maybe just like this neutral eyeshadow. But actually I use the dark one as well to do my eyebrows, because my eyebrows are quite thin and they're quite, or sorry, thick, they're quite bushy as well, and I don't really like that. So I try to avoid that. This palette is running out, so I need to actually buy more. But what I do is I use the thinnest brush in my palette. I don't know if you can see that or not. And that just makes sure that the brush isn't too thick, because you don't want big thick eyebrows. And you just, I'm actually just going to use this mirror to do it just because I can see better. Okay, so for my eyebrows I just do this. And because my eyebrows already kind of have shape in them. I just want to make sure that I don't do too much or too little. And I just lightly apply the dark colour to my eyebrows. Now I actually have been watching YouTube videos, tutorials on how to do makeup as well, and there was this girl that I watched, I can't remember her name, but she was quite a famous makeup artist. But what she said to do was, if you do put too dark eyebrows on, try to avoid that, try to make them look as natural as possible. So again, I'm just using this is a nude colour, so it's quite a neutral colour, and I'm just going to put them at the start of my eyebrow. I'm just going to place it at the start of my eyebrow, because the neutral colour actually makes the eyebrows look much more natural, which, to be honest, I didn't know. And that's how my eyebrows have kind of turned out there. I just need to make sure that they're not kind of, you know, overboard or anything. So because I've now done this, I'm just going to move on to this eyebrow now. And again, I just do, now as I say, the eyebrows are the most difficult. They 100% are the most difficult thing to do in makeup, and it doesn't matter what shape your eyebrows are, they are very difficult to master. But if you take your time and you kind of have an idea of what you're doing, then it's not too bad. So again, because I've used the dark colour in my eyebrow, I'm just going to make sure that I've got a neutral colour, and I'm just going to add it again. Same thing I did, and same way I did in the other eyebrow. Just put the neutral colour in, just so it doesn't look as dark. And I'm just going to apply that to the whole eyebrow, and the same way the other ones. So that is my eyebrows. I don't know if you can see that very well, but again, because my eyebrows are quite thick, I have to be really careful about how much eyebrow pencil I'm putting on them, just because I don't want them to look too much, you know. So because I kind of messed up on one eyebrow, which is natural, I'm just going to rub under here just to make sure that I haven't got too much on. And I'm just going to fix my blusher again, because sometimes with lighting it can look too much. Okay, so that's what my face looks like now. So it's got the natural foundation, it's got a little bit of eyeshadow, it's got blusher, matte blusher, and the eyebrows are overly done. So the next step I'm going to do now is the lips. Now the lipstick that I'm using is Max Factor, so it just comes like this, and it is the colour, it's like a brownie colour, and because I already used one brush to do my eyebrows and my eyeshadow, I don't want to use that brush again, it needs cleaned. So instead of doing my makeup like this, my lipstick, I'm actually going to do this. This is a lot more professional. So what I do is I just do this. So as you can see, I'm just gently getting colours from the lipstick, sorry. And I'm just going to apply it to my lips. Now again, it's easier to see it in the mirror that I have, because I'm not really using a mirror at this point. So and because this lipstick is actually quite dark, it's quite a dark brown, I don't want it to be too much. And I just do like so. So this is the lipstick. All I'm doing is I'm using an eyebrow pencil, but it's very, very thin, as you can see. It's quite actually bent. But I'm just using that, and I'm just lightly just giving my lips some tint like this. Sometimes if there's not enough lipstick on, or if you feel you haven't got enough on, there is no shame in just doing this. Lightly dabbing it, and you're just dabbing it because you've already put lipstick on, you don't want to put too much on. And then all you do is just to make sure that all the lipstick is blended. So the last step, well, it's not really the last step, But this is going to be the eyes. So again, the eyes can be quite hard to do as well, but it just really depends on what you're looking for, what type of look. So it's a wee bit awkward to use this mirror, so I'm just going to try my best to use it whatever way I can. So this is eyebrow, this is actually eyeliner, and I actually like to do under my eyes for eyeliner. Again, I just use a natural brown, and I just carefully, not too harsh, go under my eyelids as so. And it should turn out just like this. So you can see I've got a bit of black eyeliner under here. And I just do the same for the other eye as well. Sometimes your eyes can actually water due to irritation of your eyes, maybe aren't used to getting this all the time. But as I say, eyeliner isn't always a necessity in makeup. It's a choice. You don't have to wear it. You can wear it if you want. I just like to wear it because I feel it kind of defines my eyes more. I already feel my eyes water, and it's really important to do this every time you put a new thing, you know, new whether it's eyeshadow, whatever it is on your face, just to make sure that it's dry. And you just keep applying that until you feel that it's enough. Again, I feel my eyes watering, so I'm just doing this just to make them less water, really. And what I'm now going to do is I'm going to do my mascara. Now some people say that mascara is easy, some people say it's not. It's really your own choice, you know. Mascara, it depends what you use. So I'm just using a palette of mascara from Urban Decay. So I'm just lightly adding to my look. As you can see, because it's natural everyday makeup, I'm not putting a heavy load of makeup on. I'm also just doing the same. I'm also trying to make my eyelashes as defined as possible. Although it's a natural everyday look, you do want it to be noticeable that you're wearing mascara on your lashes. So that's why it's important to make sure that they're appropriately defined. And it's okay if you get makeup, you know, mascara everywhere the first time. Mascara, again, isn't always an easiest thing to do, and because I have quite awkward eyelashes, as in they're not really that long enough, it's quite hard to do this sometimes. And if you don't have enough mascara on your brush, you just keep doing this just until they're more defined. And because I have eyeliner under my eye, I'm just really just giving the eyes more definition. And the reason I'm holding my mascara up like this is just so you can all see how much volume is going into my lashes because of the mascara. And that's the mascara. So I now have foundation, I have a full coverage of foundation. I now have my eyebrows, I have my blusher on, I have my lipstick on, and I now have my eyeliner and mascara on. I am going to add just a little bit of more eyeshadow just to my eyes. Now I do feel that my brushes are maybe a bit too thick, so I'm just going to lightly do this. Again, the light might be too bright for you to see this, but I will attach some photos on my Instagram of this look, just so more people can see it. Again, this is not even a look, this is more just a natural everyday makeup. But tomorrow or maybe the next day I will upload maybe like makeup that you would wear to go out, or you know, more darker makeup. Again, the light makes the eyeshadow look really, really bright, and the face, but it's really not that bright. So that is your look. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Sorry for the length of it. Please like and subscribe if you like the video, and if you like the makeup look, please also like and subscribe, and also pass my page on, my channel, to maybe other people who are interested in makeup, and maybe I can give them some ideas. Makeup again isn't everyone's ideal thing, but you can remember how I looked at the start. I looked an absolute train wreck, and now I kind of look a bit glamorous. Again, this is just a very everyday basic makeup look, so it's nothing major. And just to make sure, because I don't have setting spray, I'm actually going to have to buy some of that tomorrow. Just setting spray just to spray my face after makeup. That's also really important. Instead of that, I'm just going to use a brush just to lightly dab my face, just so the makeup is all blended in. I'm just going to make sure it's all blended into my neck, because what you don't want is an orange face and a white neck. And that's your look. I don't know if everybody will like this look, but it's definitely an attempt for those who are trying to do their makeup and maybe improve their skills. Thank you for watching, and maybe like and subscribe if you like this, and as I say, maybe get other people to follow my channel. That would be really appreciated. Sorry for the length of the video, and in the next few days I will be uploading more videos on maybe heavier makeup and maybe more makeup tutorials, hopefully with a bit of music to add a bit of, like, you know, entertainment. Thank you for watching, and please like and subscribe. Thank you.